You've been told that story, you believed it, and then for the rest of your life, you thought that, and so you never actually tried that hard at the thing.
Welcome to Life Unleashed,
the podcast all about creating the best life for you and your furry best friend.
If you're a dog mom on the go, juggling life, work, and the endless joys of being a dog parent, then you're in the right place. I'm Dani.
And I'm Nick.
And together with the incredible dog mom community from Tails Up Pup, we're here to share advice, stories, and the obsession we have over the love for our dogs.
Get ready to laugh, learn, and lean on each other because life with your dog just got even more awesome.
I do have a confession that this podcast topic idea did come from AI generation. If you listen to one of our recent podcast episodes, we talked about potentially putting a pause on the podcast so we could take a break. And the number one reason for me is because it is so hard to come up with ideas to talk about because we've been doing this for almost 100 episodes, which is wild.
I will make the disclaimer, as Danielle has in a previous episode, that this is her show and I'm letting her run it. So if I don't talk.
So we have a Slack channel, which is basically like a group chat for business. And we have a thread for podcasts. And he saw this topic idea come through and he came running in. He's like, we are not doing that. So I'll just say today we are talking about horoscopes for dogs. I thought that this was such a funny idea. And so at first, like, ChatGPT just gave me the podcast ideas, and then I was like,
so what did you ask Chat? Were you like, ChatGPT, I need a podcast idea?
I said, can you give me some topic ideas to talk about on our podcast for the month of July?
Because I got nothing.
And she gave me a bunch of random stuff, and obviously. And one of them was doggy horoscopes, what's your pup's sign? And then I was like, what would I talk about for this? And she gave me all of the horoscopes. So I did not write these. She wrote these. And by she, I mean ChatGPT. I refer to her as a female.
Okay.
Do you?
No, it's maybe an it.
Okay. She is always a she to me, and people think that's funny when I say that she's a she. But
I think she might be a she.
But Nick did say that we were not going to talk about this and that this was a stupid idea. I think once you hear these horoscopes, I was like, oh my gosh, these are literally true to my dogs. So the thing is, like, we are not that much believers of like true horoscopes. We just like never read into that type of stuff. And so
you might be a partial believer. I am not a believer.
It's not something we ever think about or read about. And so,
but you do fall into traps like this. Like,
yeah, like when people talk to me about it, I find it fascinating, but it's not something that I'm passionate about.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of like one of those, I don't know if it's actually like a confirmation bias thing, but like, it's like you read into it what you want to. That's what I think
it is. Like anyone can make it be about them.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that's me.
It's generic enough that you can make it be about them, but wait till you hear about Holly and Gracie's. You're going to be like, oh.
Okay,
Do you know what your sign is?
I don't know anything about this stuff.
Okay, well, it's based on your birthday. So.
You know my birthday?
Yeah, yours is going to be Aquarius.
I'm Aquarius.
And I'm a Scorpio.
I could see that.
I knew he was going to say that, which means that he does believe in them. Because if you think I'm a Scorpio.
You just sound like a Scorpio.
Okay.
Like Sting.
Okay, so we will read the sign and what it says about your dog. Should we start with our dogs first?
I think we should go down the list.
But it started with...
Okay, let's start with Holly and Gracie then. Fine.
I don't know how horoscopes work, but it started with the Aries. But Aries is March. Like, why didn't it start with January? I don't know. But I guess because it goes from December to January. So...
if your dog is born in March...
No, we're going to start with Holly because... she's our firstborn child.
Okay.
So her birthday is in the beginning of May. Wait, I thought she was a Gemini. When is her birthday?
I thought it was like May.
Oh, shoot. These aren't funny anymore. It doesn't apply to my dog. Wait, when is her birthday? Her birthday is May 8th. I thought she was a Gemini. Okay. She's a Taurus.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay, the dog personality that goes with that. Loyal, loves naps, and snack obsessed. Will not move off the couch unless food or belly rubs are involved. That one's not funny anymore. I thought
that
she was
is not Holly at all.
No, I thought she was a different one.
Honestly, her paperwork could have been wrong, so maybe let's like bump her birthday up a little bit and see what the other one is.
Okay, but Gracie's is spot on. So Gracie is a Cancer. She's June 23rd. So it says sensitive, cuddly, and emotional. Will cry if you leave the room. Lives for couch snuggles and emotional support.
That's like 80% of dogs.
But that's really Gracie.
That is Gracie. What was Holly's other one that was incorrect?
Playful, curious, and vocal. This is Gemini. So this is May 21st to June 20th. I thought that's what she was. Playful, curious, and vocal. Barks at everything, then cuddles like nothing happened.
Mainly. That one's still pretty generic.
Okay. Aries says...
So now we're back to March.
Yeah, we're going to go back to the top one. Yeah. Energetic, bold, and natural leader. Always dragging you out at the door for an adventure. Zero chill, 100% go, go, go.
That's Holly. What are you talking about? That one literally is Holly.
She's close. That's the one right before her.
Yeah, honestly, the guy where we got Holly from, the documents could have been like, who knows?
It could have said, this dog is an Aries.
No, I'm
gives Aries energy.
No, I'm saying like he may not have recorded her birthday correctly.
Oh, yeah. We could have been lied to. Yeah. See, so maybe she is Aries.
Maybe.
Or she's, what do they say? Aries leaning.
Aries leaning.
Aries moon.
Yeah. Or like, I was born in the wrong month. I should be an Aries.
Okay. Leo says dramatic, attention loving, confident. Loves being the center of attention in every bandana.
So what? That is now March to April?
This is July to August.
Oh, okay.
We skipped the ones we already read.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Leo. So if you are a tails up pup, tried and true doggy, then you are probably a Leo.
A Leo.
Yep. ChatGPT said bandana specifically.
Yeah, I believe it.
Okay, Virgo. Smart, organized, and a rule follower. Has a strict potty schedule and a favorite toy lineup. Oh my gosh, that literally sounds like Dudley, and I think his birthday is in there.
I was literally thinking it sounded like Dudley.
Wait, I gotta ask when his birthday is because I'm pretty sure. Oh my gosh.
So you read the months every time you read it so that I can follow.
Okay. Yeah, at first she didn't put the birth dates, and I was like, I got to know what birth dates fall on which. So that's August 23rd to September 22nd. I'm pretty sure Dudley's birthday is like September 22nd.
Which one was that again?
The one with the strict potty.
No, like the name.
Virgo.
Virgo. So Jenny's a Virgo.
Is she?
Yeah.
She has a strict potty schedule. She's not a dog. Okay, that's Nick's sister, by the way. Okay, a Libra is September 23rd to, oh my gosh, we got a response from Dudley, September 19th. Yep. I'm going to say we knew it.
Because horoscopes.
Because horoscopes. Okay, back to a Libra. Charming, friendly, and hates conflict. Plays well with everyone, but avoids chaos at the dog park.
Kind of sounds like Gracie a little bit.
So she's Libra leaning. Look, now Dudley's asking what his horoscope is. I'll have to send this after. I'm busy filming a podcast. Okay. Scorpio, are you ready? This is me and dog version.
Yep.
Intense, loyal, and protective. Stares deep into your soul. Only shares toys with chosen ones.
That sounds just like you. That is you incarnated into a dog.
Yep. I am. I'm intense and loyal and protective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. Adventurous, independent, and wild. Jumps in puddles, chases squirrels, thrives in chaos. That sounds like my mom. Yeah. That does sound like my mom. And she is Sagittarius.
She is Sagittarius.
Yep.
If you're listening to this, I wonder, are these accurate to your dogs or even you?
Let us
dog
know.
Form?
And especially if it is like your dog, let me know, and so we can prove Nick wrong that horoscopes are fun.
I think they're fun.
Okay, Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. These are Christmas babies. Serious, responsible, disciplined. Walks like a show dog. Judges other dogs for being messy.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So that's yeah, I wonder who do we know that's like that?
Aquarius.
So this is me.
January 20th to February 18th. Quirky, unpredictable, and clever. Hides socks, flips bowls, marches to their own beat.
That's me in dog form, kind of.
You hide your socks?
I might. No, I don't hide my socks. I would hide your socks.
Okay, this is the last one. Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. Dreamy, intuitive, and emotional. Senses your stress, cries with you, loves a soft, cozy blanket.
So that would be my dad. That's definitely not him.
Dreamy, intuitive, and emotional. No, he's more the Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
I don't know how to say any of these because clearly I don't do horoscopes. This is going to be Nick's other told you so moment. He's like, okay, this podcast was really short. What else are we going to talk about?
Tell me, like, what's the main belief behind a horoscope?
That the sun and the moon make you who you are.
The sun.
I don't know.
Moon.
Don't quote me on that. That's just my take on it.
So is the idea like
when you're born, where the sun and moon were placed? Should I look it up because this is really my own spin on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to know.
What should I look up? Why do people believe in horoscopes?
Or like, what is a horoscope basically? Like, kind of the definition of it, so that we can know like where
I'm looking up why people
where the
believe in
juju
horoscopes.
magic is coming from.
People are drawn to horoscopes for a variety of psychological and social reasons, including a desire for self-understanding. What's so funny?
When I hear psychological and social reasons, it just sounds like
a sense of control and a way to cope with uncertainty.
Yeah, it sounds like
the Barnum effect also plays a role, as people tend to find personal meaning in vague, positive statements.
Like fortune cookies.
Additionally, this is not a fortune cookie. Fortune cookies are like, you will win the lottery. Okay. Additionally, astrology can be a way to impose order on a complex world and find connection to something larger than oneself. So I was right in that part.
Yeah. I don't know, like, what astrological things are, like, is it the sun and the moon?
Okay, so you want to know what is a horoscope?
Yeah, that's why I asked in the beginning.
A short forecast for people born under a particular sign, especially as published in a newspaper or magazine.
Oh, we didn't even think about Calends. What's Calend?
A birth chart.
Go back to your horoscope. Which one is Calend?
Okay. Of the dogs?
Yeah.
We don't even know what sign our child is. He's a Leo.
Ooh, okay.
Dramatic, attention-loving, and confident. Loves being the center of attention in every bandana.
Yeah, that's Callan.
Yeah. It says, or outfit, so, yeah.
He's drama.
No, he's not.
He loves drama.
He does love drama.
He loves to, like, when he's not getting what he wants, he totally just flings himself. He's very drama.
Both the sun and the moon play significant roles in astrology and horoscopes. The sun sign represents your core identity and ego, while the moon sign reflects your emotional nature and inner world. Together with the rising sign, they form what's often called the big three in astrology, offering a more comprehensive view of your personality.
The big three, okay.
So the sun sign, determined by your birthday, it represents your outward personality, ego, and how you express yourself.
Okay, so let's get into that. I feel like we only got one thing. We only got like a Leo. Like,
well, I don't know how you know which one's which. Moon sign reflects your emotional needs, instincts, and how you react on a deeper, more personal level. And the rising sign, the zodiac sign rising on the eastern horizon at the time of your birth, it represents your outward persona and how you present yourself to the world.
So you have 3 different signs.
I guess. How do you find out all 3?
Sounds like this is more of like a in-depth, like...
This is real in-depth.
And let me just say this. I am not trying... If you believe in horoscopes and like you're really into that, I'm not trying to say that like your beliefs are bad
they
or
might
anything
teach
like
us
that.
something.
I don't really know much about it, and therefore...
So is every Scorpio's rising sign a Taurus? Or does it matter more specifically on the date?
Yeah, it might really matter on like your exact birthday, you know? Like if you're more towards like the end of like the chart, maybe it's like the rising sign's the next one, you know? I don't know.
I'm looking up mine. This is exact time and location of birth. You got to put the city, the state, and the country.
And the time.
What time was I born?
I was not there.
Whoa, look at my astrology birth chart. Sun in Scorpio, moon in Leo. That's what Callan is. Mercury in Libra, Venus in Scorpio, Mars in Leo, Jupiter in Scorpio. What is all this? What?
Sounds like you're complicated.
Yeah. Whoa, that's so crazy. It's literally pages long. We'll never know about me. I'm not reading all that.
I put a lot more stock into things like like the Myers-Briggs and like those types of personality tests. Those things tend to me to seem to be more accurate. or at least to like do a better job of like describing people.
See, I feel like a lot of people, I would understand why people would disagree with you because you can pick what you want.
Right. Well, that's what I'm. So, like, yeah, my disclaimer to that would be like, depending on like your state of mind when you're taking it, like, are you answering truthfully or are you answering how you want to be perceived?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people probably answer how they want to be.
Right. And so, yeah, that can definitely skew it. I think you have to. Now, what, actually a really cool thing to do is to take it yourself and then to have like 3 to 5 of your closest friends or family members take it and how they view you, like what they would answer for you. Because they're
Have you ever done that?
Yes, they're
You
going.
didn't have me take it for you.
I think I did a long time. Yeah, we did.
Oh.
I did. They're going to be like a little bit more objective than you're going to be about, at least, and they may be a little bit inaccurate on stuff because like obviously you probably know you better, but yeah, they're going to see things a little bit more clearly than you are. So that's kind of like a cool little like hack, I feel like.
Yeah, what we should do is get the horoscopes and not show you which ones, and then you pick which one you think you are, and then see if it's right.
And see if it's like my 3 signs that you were saying.
No, just like your what did we say you were? Sagittarius.
Aquarius.
Yeah, like we'll cover up what they are, and you can just read the descriptions and say this one fits me the most, and then we'll see which one it is.
Yeah, it would be very interesting to see, like, have, like, 100 people do that and see if it's, like, statistically significant, like, the people that pick what their months are and stuff like that. Like, jumble them up,
Yeah.
But you'd have to find people like me that have no idea about it. Like, they don't know, what's what. Like, some people, like, if you know about this stuff, like, you're like, I know what that is. That's a Leo.
Yeah, but everyone says, like, Scorpios are feisty and, like, fierce. So, like, anything that's like that, it's going to be Scorpio. Like, we all know that.
Yeah, but the other ones I don't know. Okay, this gets into another point that, like, I feel like goes with this podcast, and that is, like, I feel that our lives are determined by the stories we tell ourselves. Quite a lot. So, and that really goes with...
Is that manifesting or no?
I don't really know if it's I guess it's slightly maybe. But no, like, I really think that, like, it really gets into that, like, internal dialogue you have with yourself and, like, the stories you tell yourself about things. Like, I'm sure we've all had those instances where, like, from childhood, for instance, this really helps if you have, like, a sibling or a parent that really remembers something that you remember well and you haven't talked about it in a long time. Like, Jenny and I, my sister, there's situations where, like, I've told my story about the situation in this way for, like, my whole life, and I view it that way, right? Her objective reality and the story she tells herself could be totally different, right? So you can have this exact same situation happen and you guys have a totally different viewpoint on it. And that really gets into this idea of, like, what is, true reality? We all kind of, like, what is objective reality? We all live in our own created reality. And, like, you and me have even had that same thing. We've been parts of situations or whatever, and you leave it being like, can you, like maybe like believe what that person said, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think they meant it that way at all. And, like, that just is, it all gets into, like, these internal dialogues and states that, or stories that we're telling ourselves about that situation, about people's intentions, about, all this other external stuff that's going on, and the way that you view it is different than how I view it, and both are right in their own ways. But, like, what was real, what was true? But I kind of feel like that gets into, like, the horoscope stuff. I feel like, it's you're reading into this thing, a situation or whatever, and, like, and this is where I think, like, it kind of can be a little bit of manifesting. Like, if you really believe that stuff, you're going to, like, kind of self-reinforce those things in your life.
Yeah, I feel like even if it isn't, like, proven, if it's helping you become who you want to be, then that's a good thing.
No, absolutely. I mean,
the same thing. At first, like, Nick got really into manifesting, and I was like, this is, like, BS. Like, what? No. Like, I didn't believe in it. But then, like, the more that I learned about it, I'm like, okay, like, you're putting the energy out that you want something to happen so badly that you're changing other things in your life so that it's able to, it's not like, I want this to happen and then it magically happens. Like, that's really not what manifesting it is. It's like completely changing your whole mindset and belief all the way around that you're now, like, creating it to happen.
Yeah, and I feel like
when you're manifesting, a lot of times it has to do with, like, you're actually the one making it happen. It's not magically happening out of nowhere.
No, it's not. And I mean, there's a lot to, and I could totally be wrong in, like, how I, like, have read about and view manifesting, and there's, like, some real, like, I feel like there's a spectrum of manifesting, right?
Yeah.
Like there are people that look at it like it's almost like this magical thing, and then there's other people that like I feel like I'm more on the lower scale. But like I do believe like your internal state and like your mindset about stuff, and like it can be as simple. Everyone knows this, right? If you wake up and you have a very positive mindset and you do that day after day, and like you're friendly with everybody and you're just living a positive like state of mind, it's much more likely good things are going to happen to you. Like that, I don't think anyone would dispute that. Versus like if you have a negative mindset every day and you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you're grumpy every day, like it's likely you're not going to have the best time every day, right? Like not as many good things will happen to you. And sometimes like people that we see is like, how does everything seem to go right for them? It's like, well, maybe it could just be that like it's their, they have a better mindset about life and about things. And like, people just want to be. Who would you rather be around? Would you rather like be around the person that's happy, has a good mindset, or the person that's like down in the dumps all the time? I really think that like that's a very simple way to look at it, but that's that's part of it, I think.
Yeah, I think everyone's so different too, because you and I would think that everyone would want to be surrounded by happy, uplifting people. But we have been friends with some people who are like, you can't always be happy all the time. Like, that's not reality. And like for them, it wasn't their reality. But for us, we are pretty much always happy and like try to make the best out of most situations. That's just how we have chosen to live our life. And we have found that we don't enjoy being surrounded by people who are not like that, because it does bring us down and it doesn't get us anywhere. And we feel as though if you are happy and try to have a positive outlook, that it does get you like better places in life, and at least you're living a happier life.
Yeah, and another thing too, and I think all of us have had this happen to us before, is like, have you ever like, maybe it's buying a house, or maybe it's like buying a car. Let's do the car analogy. And like say you buy like a red Atlas or red BMW or whatever, something like that. You will start to notice that red BMW on the road way more often. Mm-hmm. Why do you notice it? Because you're now like your attention is on that. And so you notice it more. It's
like when you've never met someone and then you meet them, and then all of a sudden you see them certain places and you're like, how am I seeing you everywhere? It's like you probably were seeing them before, but you didn't know them.
No, you didn't know them and you didn't notice.
Yeah.
And so like that kind of gets to this idea of like where your attention is like what you're going to be thinking about and the direction that your life is going to literally go. Like if you think negative stuff all the time, I just have a feeling that like your life is probably going to go in more the negative direction, because like you're looking for like that stuff to happen all the time, versus if you're thinking about like positive stuff, good things all the time, your life is just in general going to move. You're going to downplay the negative stuff that happens to you, and you're going to, always be looking for the positive stuff. And so I think like just a mindset is so important.
Yeah, like it really is. The more you think about something, like the more that's going to be a main thing in your life. Like people will be like, oh, like how do you never eat fast food, or how do you not go out to eat that often? It's like something we never even think about. So it's not even an option in our head. And so to us, it's not even a choice that we didn't go to McDonald's. Like,
yeah, we're not giving it literally any thought or attention. And
same thing with drinking now. It's like it just is something that we so much don't think about that it's not even in our heads anymore.
Yeah, and I think that like that compounds over time. Like the longer you go, like not thinking about these things and stuff, like it totally leaves like your entire being basically. Yeah. And so yeah, I think that's a pretty interesting, and I think this kind of goes along with the horoscopes in some ways.
Yeah, it's like about what you're thinking about, what you want it to be, and what kind of energy you're putting out.
Now, on the reverse side, I think this can be very dangerous for particularly young kids. And I'm more thinking about like when somebody is like, oh, like when you label a kid as like not good at math or not good at
so smart at this.
Yeah, it goes both ways. Yeah. There's a lot of studies that talk about this. I'll talk about both just briefly. Like if you label a kid not good at math, and I guarantee you, if you're listening to this, you've had some label put on you before, and you may even easily think about it. You may say, I'm not good at math. I'm not good at these things. And at some point in your life, probably when you were young, you didn't do good on one of those tests. Someone either said that to you. Maybe it was a parent trying to like help you be like, oh, it's okay. Like I'm not good at math. You're probably just not good at math either. And like, I view that as it's just BS. Like, I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's a little harder for you, and that's okay. But I'm much more in the standpoint of like, you can make your life what you want it to be. And like, yes, maybe you have a little bit more difficulties there, but a lot of times those things, the reason you're not good at that is because you've been told that story, you believed it, and then for the rest of your life, you thought that, and so you never actually tried that hard at the thing. And so, like, let's take math for an example. Like, you're literally second grade, it's like, or third grade, they're, trying to say, are you going to be in the, a little advanced math class? Well, you're not as good. You didn't score that well. You're just not that great at math. Okay. And so now next math class you have, well, I'm not good at that. Why would I try that hard at something that I'm naturally not that good at? And so you do that from second, third, all the way through high school and college. And guess what? Yeah, you probably never were good at math because guess what? You didn't give it your all because you were told you weren't that good. And so that can be this crazy self-reinforcing thing that just like can stick with a kid forever.
Though, because like if you don't give them reinforcement more on the positive side though, but like then they're never going to feel like they were praised or like had encouragement.
Well, and so this gets down to like the growth versus like fixed mindset. So like this is where it can be dangerous on the positive side. If you tell kids they're smart, there's so many studies done on this. If you tell kids that they're smart at a certain thing, and then you give them a more difficult puzzle and they fail at it, I'm trying to remember exactly how it goes. I think they will put in less effort for the hard things.
But how do you give them encouragement?
This is you encourage them for working hard. And so this is what it was. Is basically you had kids that they were told that they were smart, and then they were given a more difficult puzzle, and they couldn't, like, I don't think it may be not solvable or just really hard. And then the next time they had a choice to do the easy puzzle again or do the hard puzzle again. The kids that were told in the experiment they were smart when they solved the easy one, they chose to do the easy one on the third time. The kids that were praised for doing hard work, like, I'm so glad that you worked so hard on that puzzle, the easy one that they solved. I'm so glad that you worked so hard and you were able to solve it. They chose the hard puzzle on the third time, whatever, and they worked like 3 times longer to try to solve the thing. You're praising hard work, not praising, because it gets
it's hard as the parent to change your phrasing.
I know. It's really hard.
I notice I'm already saying that
you're
he's
so
smart.
sorry. Yeah, I know. Me too. That's the natural thing to do. And like, it's okay to a certain extent, but really what you should be trying to instill is like, you're praising the effort and the hard work at the thing, because at the same time, any smart person or anyone is going to run into a problem that is very hard, and it doesn't matter if you're smart or not. What's going to allow you to succeed is the time that you put into it. Is not as much your native intelligence. And that I truly believe that there are some people that are like smarter than others and things like that, and there's other people that we have more struggles at things. But overall, like, if you're in the normal distribution of people, you can do pretty much anything that you put your mind to.
It's interesting.
That's a growth mindset. Some people would totally disagree with that.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about all that, but we'll see as we continue to be parents. Well, this kind of went all over the place, but I think you ended up enjoying. At least you were entertained.
Yeah, no, I mean, I learned something.
Definitely let me know how you feel about the horoscopes. I'm going to have to remember to post this on Instagram. I'll post the little chart of the horoscopes so you guys can read about them. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.